dying here. No, but like fried chicken too. Like, you have to have eaten at Cracker Barrel at some point, right? The
No,
restaurant.
Cracker Barrel?
Wait. You haven't been to a Cracker Barrel in the U.S.?
I haven't even heard of it. It sounds familiar, but
God, bro, what do we got to do to get you to eat at a Cracker Barrel? Like it's the greatest restaurant in America. It's freaking amazing.
is it fried chicken specialty?
It's like a old school homey environment, and they got like fried chicken with gravy, mashed potatoes, all the dumplings, all the southern food, biscuits and gravy, everything, fried okra, whatever you want. Like it's the go-to restaurant, dude.
Damn, I've been missing out because it's all like on the top of my food list. I mean, there's nothing here that really specializes in fried chicken. It's all you get fried chicken here, of course, but nothing
Okay.
here that'll give you that Southern American food taste. Nothing even close. It's like a stretch to find good mashed potatoes here, let alone like some good fried chicken and gravy. It's a stretch.
Man, all right, we'll get you to the U.S. back, and we got to try Cracker Barrel somewhere. I got another good question here. So, out of all the people you've met, who is the strongest person like you've trained with, or the person who impressed you the most? Like you've trained with a million people. Who was the one where you're like, this guy is either, it doesn't even have to be the strongest. Who was like the craziest?
Crazy. Okay, well, the most impressive individual, hands down, goes to Thor. There's just something about how big he is that you can never get used to. I was with him training for 2 months straight, and I would just constantly be breaking my neck to look at him in his eyes, to make eye contact because he's just that tall. He is that wide. He's walking around at 440. I mean, before I left, he got up to 450, and it's just a behemoth. I mean, he did 476 kg, so 1,076 pound deadlift in front of me. There were like 15 of his family and friends watching, and like the atmosphere that he would always bring to the gym when he walked in was like something special. Like, being able to train with him at his strongest, at his biggest, was something really special. That was a real privilege for me. That was like really cool. Um, was he the craziest? The craziest would be NDO champ. I mean, the lung capacity of this guy, he could scream for hours on end. I'm like, bro, breathe. He doesn't need to breathe. He'll scream for like 60 seconds straight and then go do a set of 20, like uninterrupted. Like his energy is like unreal. No one has energy like NDO champ. Like, it's unmatched. I've never seen someone be able to have that much energy for like 2 hours straight. He does not have a chill mode. It's like, and he has like 9 kids on top of it. Like, dude, like you have 9 kids and this much energy. Like, how? Like,
Yeah.
let's dissect you. We got to figure out what makes you tick because not only have like 9 kids, you take care of all of them, but you bring this kind of energy to the gym and you work like 3 jobs. Like, what? He is a machine. So those two people are just like the most like the people left like really strong impressions on me.
Yeah, no, we've been around some crazy people over the years. What's
No
like the
doubt.
craziest, or what's let me see here. What was like your cycle when you were like 19 starting out? Like when you totaled like 1960?
Yeah, I mean, at that time, I'm thinking, have I used trend that early yet? I'm not sure if I was using trend that early on, but it would be usually like, under a gram of test, like 500 to 750, and then I would use Anadrol. I would mix in Anadrol. I would mix in Deca as well at that time. I was really experimenting with what drugs I can react the best to. Take the least of, get the least sides. Um, but at that time, health wasn't really a concern at all. I was so young. I was like,
Yeah,
I'll be
me
fine.
too.
Like you don't worry that much at that age, right? You're like, yeah, I'll be fine. So, but I was really heavy into Anadrol back then. I remember I swore by Anadrol. Never pushed test too much. Never pushed Deca too much. Never pushed the trend too much. But I would push Anadrol a lot. I remember I went with like 200 mgs a day for like 6 weeks straight. Just to see what I could do on it. You're like, okay, let's see what happens. I didn't drop dead, so that was cool. Hit some cool PRs. Anadrol I thought made me just really, really explosive. I never put up much weight from it either, which helped me stay in the lower weight classes like 110 and and the 125 kg weight class and be underweight even, because it never gained weight from it because I couldn't eat on orals.
Yeah.
I'd always have, I mentioned it in my first PED video, how I felt like I had like rodents running around in my stomach, like eating away at my stomach lining. That's what it felt like. I had like this constantly inflated stomach. It was really painful, uncomfortable. This dull toothache like pain in my stomach that made me really uncomfortable. Number one, it was painful, and I had no appetite, but I was still super strong because that's just what Anadrol does. So I creeped up a lot with the orals at that time, and I would get pains like on my lower left side, my back, where my I get pain like where my kidneys and liver is, like there's like these dull aches. Like, it's fine. Like I wouldn't even go get my blood tested or like go to the doctor see what's wrong. I just assumed everything was gonna be fine, and that just shows like how dumb I was back then, and got away with it. Still got away with it. Would never recommend it, of course. Never recommend it because if it was anyone else, who knows? Like it could have been like I could have been like a week or two away from like liver, kidney failure. I don't know how bad it really got because I never checked it out. I never got my bloods checked at that time, right? So I don't know how bad it really was, but I remember pushing it quite a bit with the orals. But with the injectables, I never pushed too much because I didn't like injecting every day, and I felt the orals, you just get much faster gains. They hit so much faster. Injectables take several weeks to build up in your system and for you to really feel a significant difference. So the orals is always my go-to, like between like 18 and like 21. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was kind of a non-responder to Anadrol, but I would make better progress and feel way more explosive on 50 milligrams Anavar than 150 milligrams Anadrol. Like, I know it's crazy, but that's how much I loved Anavar. And I took Halo once, like when I was going for 904 in a meet, I got it to my knees, couldn't finish it. But the lead up to that, I bumped it up to 40 mgs a day of Halo. I was so nauseous that if I would try to sit up, I would literally feel like I'm going to throw up. Just I would have to lay down all the time because if I sat up, there was so much liver toxicity at that dose, which I know it's crazy. I understand that now. It was 20 milligrams morning, 20 evening. And the liver toxicity was so bad. If I stood up, I was just like, I'm going to puke. I never puked, but I felt like it and I couldn't eat anything. And it was the same kind of thing. I almost just was like, I need to stop this. So I've done some crazy stuff too, but you're younger and you don't know any better and we live and learn, but Halo is what did it for me. That same kind of feeling where I just was like, what am I doing?
I've tried Halo, and I think the Halo I've always gotten has been fake Halo because I never noticed any difference in my mood, aggression, strength. It's always been, I think, fake Halo or seriously underdosed. Only one time I took Halo out of like maybe 3 or 4 attempts did I really feel a significant change in my aggression, which is what it was I was taking it for, right? To have that fearlessness, when you're going to hit the PR, like, that no fear, like, oh, I don't care if I get hurt or not. I don't care if I get it or not. Like, I'm attacking this. I'm getting this weight up. Like, I never only felt that one time that I've taken Halo out of the 3 or 4 times I've taken it. So likely the other few times was not real Halo,
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. Like Halo just hasn't affected me that strongly, but I did have the liver toxicity that one time that just was like, ugh. So,
yeah,
okay, so let me see here. Where do you see yourself in 10 years then? That's a good question. Like major life goals within 10 years.
Oh, that's so far ahead. Look, man, I take it, I take it year by year because you don't know who you're going to meet, and maybe it's not the answer he wants to hear, but you don't know who you're going to meet, each day that you move on and what opportunities that will be presented before you. So to say that I'll be here in 10 years, it's really just thinking too far ahead because, plans change. Like things don't always go to plan. Like I have plans on like right at this very moment that I'm successful with my day trading and forex trading. I developed that skill. I make my exit from the spotlight and the fitness scene in the next 3 years. So I'm 30. I have a kid or two, from 30 to 40. I'm being smart with my money, and then further developing my skill with trading. And, like that seems like a good idea right now. But again, like you meet people and opportunities and everything just changes so fast that I don't ever think that far ahead. Like if you would have asked me where I would be 10 years ago when I was 17, that same question, where I would be in 10 years, like there's no way I thought I'd be here in 10 years. Like it's just so much has happened in that time frame that, you know, every year just significant changes happen. I meet so many different people and so many different opportunities. Like every, you know, few weeks, I feel like here in Dubai, people want to do business with me and they're like, you know, let's try this or join me and partner with that. And it can be overwhelming sometimes. Like, okay, what is the right decision? You know, what is worth my time and my money? You know, where should it go? Where should I go? Is Dubai where I want to stay? Like, you know, like as much as I have things figured out, like there's still so much uncertainty, you know, in my life, like where I'm going to be in the next 2 years, let alone 5 or 10 years. While I do think it's good to plan ahead, I think it's just more important to have a vision, you know, and like my vision is, as I mentioned before, like 30 out the spotlight, good at trading, you know, I have maybe a franchise of gyms, you know, like this is all like optimal, ideal, best case situation. But unless everything plays out exactly as I want it to, which, you know, may or may not happen, like I just take it like day by day, year by year, and go where the opportunity is.